This is 93.5 CHMR FM.
You're listening to 93.5 CHMR FM, and this is the Aperture, a weekly hour-long discussion of all topics geek culture. I am one half of your journey with us. My name's Rory DC.
And hey everyone, I'm Adam the Porridge Knight.
And we have an interesting show today, and I say interesting because it came up with the topic.
Man, I'm so excited for the show.
It's going to be good.
Awesome show.
I was sort of sitting down the other night wondering what we were going to do for the show, and I got a message from Adam. He's like, hey, you want to talk about the Resistance series? And I was like, yes, because that's one of my favorite series of games ever.
Yeah.
So it was awesome.
And I almost swore just then when I said I'm so looking forward to this because it's going to be awesome, and I usually put in a swear word right there, but I'm not because I'm on the air, and I am classy when I'm on the air.
Exactly, we go.
Exactly, we're classy.
And
classy nerdy news.
So
before we go in, I got just
we got a bit of news from Adam.
New game came out this week called it's Deadpool the game, and Deadpool is honestly one of my most favorite of superheroes. He's like a, if you don't know who Deadpool is, he's a X-Men character, kind of, and he's this crazy dude. He breaks the fourth wall all the time. He knows he's in a comic book. He's really, really funny. He loves chimichangas, loves pancakes. This game looks to be hilariously, goofy and funny and a lot of toilet humor. And it looks like a hack and slash sort of game. I haven't checked it out yet. Probably will sometime next week or the week after. Looks really, really fun. You should definitely pick that game up if you're a fan of the character. Or even if you just like hack and slash games. Additionally, another really cool looking game that I kind of want to pick up is, it's a DLC actually. It's Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep, the new, I think it's the last of the Borderlands 2 DLC. It's like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of DLC. It looks really, really awesome. Borderlands has always had exceedingly funny dialogue.
Exactly.
And so this new DLC, Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep, looks hilarious, hilarious to the point of I started to cry when I was watching one of the gameplay trailers because it's just so funny. I don't want to spoil anything for you. Just if you have Borderlands 2, run out and pick up this DLC.
If you don't have Borderlands 2, run out and pick up Borderlands 2. Borderlands has more personality than almost any shooter I've ever seen.
Yeah. Except for Resistance and Halo.
There we go, yeah.
And to tie us all back. But and also, apparently, Seth Rogen has been asked to write the new Uncharted movie, of which they're making. I had no idea they were making an Uncharted movie.
And Seth Rogen has been asked to write it.
Yeah, because apparently he's a huge fan of the game. I had no idea. See, he wrote Pineapple
I hope that's good.
Yeah, it was him and the other guy who wrote Pineapple Express. I forget what his name is. Goldberg.
Oh, Evan Goldberg.
Evan Goldberg. There we go. Two really funny guys.
They're very funny. Yes.
Yeah, I love Pineapple Express. If you haven't seen Pineapple Express, check it out.
It's
really
awesome.
Funny movie. Can't quote any of it because we'll get kicked off the air.
That's the thing.
But he says he wants to do the game because he absolutely adores the Uncharted series, but he can't think of a way to do justice to the game without making it like a Indiana Jones ripoff, because he feels like a lot of people outside the gaming community will be like, that's just Indiana Jones. And he's correct, because it does share a lot of things with Indiana Jones. But hopefully he will do it, because I think he's a pretty decent writer. So yeah. And that's old news for me this week. And I think the Ouya, or Ouya?
Yeah, the Ouya. I think it's the Ouya.
Ouya.
We're gonna say Ouya.
I think it's the first Kickstarter-funded video game console. It plays exclusively Android. It's an Android system, and it plays Android tablet and smartphone games. I believe that came out this week, or is coming out this weekend. So I've heard mixed things about it. I've heard it's just kind of it's pretty cheap. And for a games console, it's kind of, but I heard it's kind of is nowhere near as good as the Xbox 360 or PS3, and it's going to get blown out of the water by the PS4 and Xbox.
It sounds like the kind of thing that I won't be purchasing.
It's only it's less than $100 though, so there's that. It's less than a Nintendo 3DS. But at the same time,
I almost go the extra for the 3DS though.
Yeah, it came out on Wednesday. It came out. June 25th.
Was it that recent? Well, the big news, I got to share this because this is kind of funny. So I was sitting down with Adam the other night. This was just before our E3 show. Yeah. And I was complaining a little that the Elder Scrolls Online wasn't going to be on console. And Adam's like, no, I think it will be. And I'm like, Adam, you're crazy. It's only on PC.
I am crazy though. So this was not without merit.
So the other day I'm watching Nerd Alert. It's a TYT Network program hosted by Kim Horcher, and it's quite entertaining.
It's worth watching.
It's worth watching.
Okay, yeah, I'll check it out.
It's It's definitely a different tonality than a lot of the other gaming shows.
Okay.
But and she was talking to one of the guys from Bethesda, and he said, she was like, yeah, it's only on PC, right? He's like, actually, on June 10th, we just announced that we're going to do it on consoles, and it was the happiest moment of my life.
Did Mendel's Hallelujah chorus play in the background?
Exactly. And I was very excited. So I'm super happy to see that on the consoles, and I'm also happy because, as Adam was saying to me just before we came on the air today, we're both going to be getting PS4s. As is one of our friends, so we'll be enjoying the region of Tamriel.
It is all of Tamriel because it's Cyrodiil, Morrowind, and Skyrim, isn't it? That's the three areas.
And I think, and they say there's some that's going to be expansion locked.
Oh, okay.
But, so ultimately, the idea, once you get all the expansions, it will be almost all of Tamriel.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
So I'm not sure how much of it we'll start out with. I'd
like to start out with Cyrodiil
and Skyrim. I will get every expansion available. I love Elder Scrolls. I love Bethesda. They've never disappointed.
It's a good thing I don't have children because they would probably die.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Because I would neglect them because this guy, honestly, Skyrim.
I hope no one tuned in at that moment.
Yeah, sorry, Mom. Honestly, Skyrim is one of those games where I read it, or when I first picked up. It's not one of those games I would immediately jump to as my favorite game of all time, but I keep going back to it. Every couple of months, I'm just like, you know what, I want to kill some ogres, and I'm like, slay the ogres, and I leap over a hill, flaming sword in hand, shooting lightning bolts from my hands as I jump down to this unexpected ogre's back and stab him, and it's just an awesome game. If you haven't played Elder Scrolls yet, then go out and play it. Seriously,
go out and buy the last three. Go out and buy Morrowind just for
for the experience,
sake, just for Morrowind, Oblivion by Oblivion, and then by Skyrim.
Yeah, because the two before that was Elder Scrolls,
Daggerfall,
and then Arena.
Yeah,
they're old. They're
old. Morrowind is noticeably old at this point. So,
because it came out on the Xbox. It was midlife Xbox game. So that's old. That's 2004.
Well, I remember someone was telling this story, and after this we will get to Resistance, but someone was telling this story about why they went to the Guildhall, the gaming university, and they said the reason they went is because they visited the campus and met one of the professors, and one of the professors says, "What's your favorite game?" She said, "Well, my favorite game's Morrowind." And he said, "Oh, Morrowind, do you know why the Dark Elves are blue?" And she said, "No, I don't know why the Dark Elves are blue." And he replied, "Because I wanted them to be." So that's awesome.
Nice.
That makes anyone want to go to that university.
Apparently, Elder Scrolls 2 is going to be kind of three factions. You can play kind of like in WoW.
Yeah,
there's the
three factions,
So there's the Eldameri Dominion, which is the Altmer, which is the High Elves, the Bosmer, which I believe are the Wood Elves, and
the Bosmer are Wood Elves, yes.
Yeah. And the Khajiit, which are the liney things. Then there's the Daggerfell Covenant, which is represented by a lion. That's the Bretons, the Red Guards, and the Orc. And then there's the Ebonheart Pack, which is represented by a dragon, which is the Dark Elves, the Nords, and the Argonians.
There's
no Imperials.
Out of curiosity, which one are you going to go with?
Well, I feel like we're going to join the same one just because I do like Bretons, Red Guards, and Orcs because I've always my character in Skyrim right now is a Breton. I like the little benefits that they get,
Breton,
the racial
wizard,
benefits.
archer, what is he do?
My Breton's she's a thief wizard kind of.
Okay,
because they have this thing where they absorb magic, so I like that. I like doing that.
Yes.
Look at us getting all nerdy up in this. We're comparing stats. We're getting our D20s out. It's gonna be awesome. But we cannot talk about Elder Scrolls because that'll be another show.
Oh, that'll be a full show on Elder Scrolls.
Resistance.
We are going to introduce Resistance and then immediately go to the break. Yeah. So Resistance, I think most people now who've been playing games for a little while know what Resistance: Fall of Man is, which is the first Resistance game.
It was like a PlayStation 3 launch title, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a launch title. It's actually on the back of the box, the original PlayStation 3 box. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Because they only had a few games at the time, so they were really advertising, and it was all around a great game. It was arguably the least advanced in terms of story.
Oh yeah,
but by far at the time,
actually,
honestly,
I could have more story than number 2 did at least because
more story, but less interesting cinematic experience.
Yeah.
But I think one of the things it had going for it was supreme technical accomplishment.
Yeah.
Because there were 40 players online and virtually no lag. Something that Call of Duty, to this day, 7 years later, cannot get right.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break now, and we'll be back.